All right, we are going to start talking about our Doodle for Google project that we're going to do. Make sure the audio's on. It is. Okay. Google is having a contest, and you guys get to design the doodle for that. They've opened it up to schools all over the U.S. and even internationally, I'm pretty sure. The theme this year is what inspires me. It says, does art inspire you? Clouds that look like faces, sugar, discovering new galaxies. Artists have looked to the world around them for centuries to gain inspiration. This year's 10th anniversary of Doodle for Google asks students to do the same. The winner's artwork will be made into an interactive doodle on google.com, as well as loads of scholarships and prizes. Right here is where it talks about that. It says that each doodle must incorporate the letters Google, G-O-O-G-L-E, in it. One national winner will receive a $30,000 college scholarship and a $50,000 technology package for their school or nonprofit organizations. That means my classroom. And a behind-the-scenes experience with the Doodle team to transform their doodle into an interactive experience on google.com. March 2nd is the deadline, so we are going to be creating our doodles this week. We should have them completed by Monday and have them submitted by Wednesday. We have through Friday of next week, but I'd like to get them submitted by Wednesday. They show you some examples here. Now, what I did was I created assignments in Blackboard so that you can see them there. There's a folder under fifth marking period that says Doodle for Google. Activity 1 says, open the attached document and complete the steps 1 through 4. We will complete 5 and 6 later. You may type your responses for 1 through 4 on the document and attach it to this assignment to turn it in. You may also copy and paste 1 through 4 from your document into the right submission box and type your responses there. So you can either edit the document that I put on here, or you can put your responses in the right submission box. Either way, you're going to have to open that document so that you can see what it says. All right, activity 1. It says these are the steps that you're going to follow. The first thing, identify moments, events, and experiences that have inspired you. These are some thought starters. You can read through those. Just as a quick example, we did the We Remember thing this year. That could have been inspiring to some of you. If it was, maybe you could concentrate on that. Once you have a fairly comprehensive list going, because you're going to make a list of different things that inspire you, do a little research to identify some individuals and or catalyst moments. Those are things that kind of sparked things or made things happen that made the events on your list possible. Number 3 says speculate. How did they do it? What drove them? What or who helped them to make that event happen or cause that change? And number 4, write down or share a vision you have for yourself to do something inspiring or positive. What is it that you would want to do to be inspiring to other people? What is it that you want to do? Up here, I like the objectives that it stated here. Especially the second one here. It says the student will identify that many acts, events, and movements that have changed the world for the better began with simple acts of inspiration. And in many instances, they were done by people just like themselves. That, you know, we talk about how easy it is to make somebody's day just by smiling at them or whatever. Well, how are you going to be inspirational? And it could be something very small. It could be something very big. So on this list, I want you to follow these steps 1 through 4. 5 and 6 we will do at a later time. For activity 1 in Blackboard, 1 through 4 is what you need to take care of. Any questions on activity 1? All right. Now, let me cancel this and go back. Activity 2 takes it a little bit further. This one says, open the attached document, read the instructions, create your doodle on paper or on the computer. Take a pic of your doodle and upload the image to this assignment to turn it in. Or you can just hand me the paper, and what I'll do is I'll have it scanned in for you. You can do it that way as well. Watch the video if you need help or ideas. And again, here's activity 2. Let's see what it says. All right, activity 2 says you're going to take your learnings from the brainstorm activity and translate it into a Google Doodle. Notice I had to slow down when I said that. Google Doodle. All right. First, it says reflect on the brainstorm lesson and how you can translate your unique visual representation into a Google Doodle. You know, if you drew something, if you thought of something on, you know, what kind of image do you want to incorporate into this Google Doodle? Also, there are some videos that we will watch later in class. There's links on here that you can get to those 2 videos. You can also check out our Doodle team's work for inspiration at google.com/doodles. I did not create a link on that one, but you can copy and paste that into your browser. And then number 4 says, now it's time to doodle. You can draw on paper or create using a computer app such as Paint or something else. Some of you, how many of you like to draw on an iPad? Okay. I remember I had a young lady in class my first year teaching this, that she was one of the best artists I'd ever seen. She used her iPad to do it and just her finger to draw with. And so I handed her a stylus one day, and she was like super excited. Oh my goodness, you know, and you know, because she was drawing with her finger, and now she had like a pencil to draw with on there. But it was an amazing drawing. There's some really great things that you can do on these computer apps, and since, you know, this is a technology type class, you are welcome to do it that way, or you are welcome to draw, let me find the piece of paper. You are welcome to draw on a Google page. Let me find it so I can show you what it looks like. There is a download that you can enter. Let's see. There will be an entry. No, not here. Teacher guides. Oh, wait. Here it is. Entry form. Okay, here we go. Here's the entry form. All right, you will get a piece of paper like this. I have some on paper that I will copy. Or really the best thing to do, if you could, would be to take this and design on this sheet of paper. You can draw with markers or crayons or pencils or whatever, or you could copy this into an image and you could design on this using a computer app if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Your entries will have to be signed by a parent or guardian. So in order to enter, you will actually have to get this done in a reasonable amount of time so that you can get these signed. Yeah. You don't necessarily have to use the Google page. Excuse me, just one second here. All right, again, you can use this to draw on paper. What your design does have to have incorporated into it are the letters Google. It doesn't necessarily have to be this exact design and this exact page. But when we do this, again, it's going to have to be, your entry has to be signed by your parent or guardian. And we'll work on a way to do that. I'll come up with a Google form or something like that that we can send out and they can sign, maybe even with an electronic signature. But we will take care of that. Again, I can see where this, you know, is kind of confining and maybe not really where you want to draw. And we're going to look at some other examples so that you can see how other people did it. So let's see. Let's go back to activity 2. All right, again, we're going to look at these videos in a minute. You can select any medium that inspires your inner artist. You can use anything like paint, clay, or even food to create a doodle that represents your inspiration. If you doodle with food, please take a picture. Please don't turn in food. That would be just gross by the time it got there. You will need to turn it into a digital image by taking a pic with your phone or camera, and then in class we will submit your doodles digitally. We're not going to take the time to mail them in and stuff like that. If yours is on paper of some kind, we'll scan it into the computer. If it's a picture, we'll send the picture. If it's a 3D piece of artwork or whatever, a sculpture or something, we'll take a picture of it. We're not going to send those things off. I would encourage you to limit yourself to paper or to something that you could take a picture of, because we want to concentrate on the digital aspect. All right. Now, are there any questions on activity 1 or activity 2? Mm-hmm. To turn in activity 2, you will need to attach your photograph that you take of your doodle. It doesn't have to be your actual entry form, but I need your picture attached to this. Not necessarily the entry form. We will do the entry form at a later time. All right, any questions on the Doodle for Google activity so far?
So we have until March 2nd?
You have until Monday of next week, because I want you to have it completed by Monday so that we can get everything submitted by Wednesday, because we're going to have to do it digitally. Now, let's see. The last thing on here, on activity 1, it says, click on the Padlet link and add your note to our wall of inspiration. Share your vision, plan, and artwork on your note. You can show support, love, or agreement to other students by commenting and signing your name on the other posts. Now, if you comment on someone else's post, you have to put your name, and it better be a positive comment, or I will delete it. We clear on that? This is not a place for you to go and be rude. This is a place for you to be nice. And if you have nothing nice to say, say nothing at all. You can take a snip and share yours or someone else's post to social media using the hashtag #WhatInspiresMe. You can do that on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. Share those out. All right, I have not created the link for that yet. As soon as I do create the link, it will be in the folder as an assignment here. It's going to be in your Doodle for Google folder. The entry form is right here. You can download this if you want to print that at home or whatever, so that you can draw on that piece of paper. Or you can, again, like I said, turn it into an image and edit on top of that image if that's what you want to do in a computer app. And then this is the Doodle for Google link right here. It takes you to the website where it talks about all these things. We will talk more about how to enter the contest and all that other stuff later on, but this is just some information. You might want to show this to your parents so that they can see this part. All right, before we shut this down, are there any questions on what we've talked about so far on the Doodle for Google? All right, let me stop the video.